Since the last Fire Authority meeting, the service has been busy dealing with a range of incidents. There were a number of significant fires through the summer involving fields, barns and farm machinery. Nearly all started accidentally through mechanical issues or heat build-up in baled straw and hay following harvest. Such incidents can be very labour-intensive, requiring crews to remain on scene for many hours. Our rural safety officers visit farms across the county to advise them on the best ways of minimising the risk of fire at such premises, and we also work closely with the National Farmers Union to identify ways of sharing guidance. Five people were taken to hospital following a house fire in Cricklade Road, Swindon, in the early hours of the 17th of July. The blaze, which was tackled by crews from Swindon, Stratton and Westleigh, caused significant damage as much of the internal layout was open plan and the loft hatch was also open, allowing the fire to spread into the roof void. A Malmesbury family was left homeless after fire ripped through their house on the 6th of August. Firefighters found a well-developed blaze that had spread through the whole property. The occupiers were cared for at the scene by volunteers from the British Red Cross Fire and Emergency Support Service based at Swindon Fire Station. A man who fell 100 feet down Westbury White Horse on the 12th of July had to be winched to safety. A crew from Westbury and rope rescue teams from Trowbridge and Chippenham were mobilised to the scene in case access from the air wasn't possible, but the casualty was flown to safety by the Coast Guard helicopter. The rope rescue teams then worked with a crew from Warminster on the 31st of August to help a woman injured at Centre Parks. The woman had been using the zip line over the lake within the leisure complex when she caught her leg in the safety netting, causing it to break. A calf managed to get itself stuck in a small slurry soakaway at a farm in Laycock on the 15th of June. Firefighters from Chippenham worked with an animal rescue team from Stratton to bring it to safety. On the 22nd of August, Melksham firefighters worked with a water rescue team from Trowbridge and the animal rescue team from Stratton to help this cow, which had somehow gone into the river and was unable to get itself back onto dry ground. This horse got itself well stuck in water at Southwick on the 12th of August. A crew from Trowbridge and the animal rescue team from Stratton had to cut away a quantity of undergrowth in order to access the pond. Our animal rescue specialists faced a new challenge on the 1st of September when they were called to rescue an alpaca which was stuck in a ditch in Wurton. Supported by a crew from Devizes, the team from Amesbury were able to bring the alpaca to safety. In early September, the service worked with NFU Mutual to hold a number of thatch safety information days around the county. With displays in Salisbury, Marlborough, Devizes, Pewsey and at the Emergency Services Show, firefighters advised homeowners on the best way of keeping their properties safe from fire. Part of the display was a miniature thatched roof provided by a local thatcher. Since the 26th of August, all 999 calls for both Wiltshire and Dorset have been answered by the new Service Control Centre at Potton. Over a dozen Dorset control staff have joined colleagues from Wiltshire in the control room, which is the first formal bringing together of functions within the new Fire and Rescue Service. An official opening ceremony was held on the 8th of September. On the 11th of June, a team of fire personnel and volunteers from Servon and the Prince's Trust worked through the night to move 25 barren sculptures into place around Salisbury city centre. The art trail formed part of the Magna Carta celebrations, and each statue is being auctioned on the 1st of October in aid of the Trussell Trust. On the 9th of July, the 30,000th sounding of the last post was made at the Melling Gate in Ypres, and fire services across the world united to mark the occasion and pay tribute to the commitment of the buglers who are traditionally drawn from the fire service. The ceremony was live streamed via the internet and both Swindon and Devizes fire stations opened their doors to staff and guests to watch on the big screen. A number of salamander courses were held during the summer, ranging from regular clients in the form of Swindon Families First and Swindon Down Syndrome Group to new clients from Green Square Housing in Chippenham. 2 special one-day courses were held for young people engaged with the Splash scheme. Both sessions, hosted at Devizes and Amesbury, were targeted at vulnerable children aged between 12 and 16, and the focus was on road safety. A full salamander is being held for Splash over the October half-term. An open day at Swindon Fire Station on the 4th of July raised more than £2,500 to be split between the firefighters' charity and Guide Dogs for the Blind. Visitors saw appliances from Swindon, Stratton, Wesley and Cricklade, as well as vintage vehicles. Crews ran several demonstrations and Cricklade fire cadets also showed off their skills. On the 11th of July, an open day at Devizes Fire Station raised in excess of £1,600 to be shared between the firefighters' charity and Devizes and District Opportunity Centre. Hundreds of people descended on the fire station over the course of the day to see a range of appliances and demonstrations, including the popular cooker-fired display unit borrowed from Dorset. An epic 24-hour charity cycling challenge raised more than £2,000 to be shared between the firefighters' charity and the Epilepsy Society. The 195-mile route took in all 24 of Wiltshire's fire stations, leaving Devizes at noon on the 24th of July and returning back into Devizes shortly before midday on the following day. 7 cyclists completed the whole route, although 18 took part across different sections over the course of the 24 hours. Thousands of people descended on Hallavington Airfield near Chippenham on the 13th of September to enjoy the 10th Emergency Services Show. The event, which is organised by a committee of volunteers who have recently been accepted as a charitable trust, has raised more than £115,000 since it first started in 2005. The day included a range of displays and demonstrations by all of the blue light services, giving members of the public unique access to police officers, firefighters and paramedics in a fun and relaxed environment.